So, just in a nutshell, can you just give us an overview of the market, how it is right now, how it's recovering?
Well, I think we're seeing some real recovery in the market. We were sort of the first probably to feel the downturn. We have offices across the country, and we provide title insurance in all provinces, all territories. So we really felt the turndown hit in August of 2007, also because we were acting for all the conduit lenders, which really their business sort of slowed down as of August 2007. So we saw quite a dramatic downturn for quite a long period. But then ultimately, basically we saw things start to turn in May, June of last year. There was a bit of a blip. Then during the summer of last year it was quite slow, and then picked up in the fall to the point where the last quarter of 2009 was quite a dramatic increase. Some of that did carry over into the new year. And we do think that things are going to continue on a slow, steady course upwards over the next several months based on our pipeline of work in the office right now.
I'll go back to your questions. As the leading provider of commercial title insurance, did you see the downturn coming?
Like I say, I think we did because it really hit us because some of our major clients, in particular the conduit lenders, really felt it as soon as the commercial paper market dried up in August of 2007. We felt it with the loss of that business. Now, most of the other lenders did step in throughout the remainder of 2007, but once 2008 hit, there was clearly a drop in the amount of business that was coming in from the lender side of the business. That gradually started to decline throughout 2008 into 2009.
What are you seeing in the commercial real estate market in Canada today?
Well, we're seeing definite improvement. We're seeing business increasing across the country, definitely in the prairies. BC has improved over the last year in total. And definitely Ontario, we're starting to see the market turn back. I think that's in part because what I'm hearing today from Real Capital is that the lenders are back in the market. They're looking for transactions on a broad basis. And I think there is a bit more impetus for vendors to be willing to sell. That's really going to be the big question, I think, going forward is, are the vendors in a position that they're going to be forced to sell or have an interest in offloading some properties?
Given the economic conditions out there, are you seeing a stiffing point of view in the role of the title insurance in commercial real estate deals?
Yeah, it's been interesting because it's going back to the core reason for buying insurance or title insurance on a transaction. As title insurance has developed in Canada on the commercial side, it's been used as things were booming. It was used as much for alleviating the costs on a transaction, or more importantly, often the timing of a transaction. We were able to get the deals closed much faster and more cheaply than the traditional method. Now we're seeing people look back also for the core insurance to say, we want to make sure we're remediating risks in all categories possible to make sure all I's are dotted, all T's are crossed on these deals, including on the title issues. And so we are seeing even some owners and developers offering title insurance up as a way to deal with issues, to allow lenders to become more confident and allow the deals to be completed.
Are you seeing title insurance being used in different types of property transactions during the economic downturn?
Yeah, I think we're seeing basically we're following the deals where they're going, and because of moves by government, either through legislation or through funding. For example, we're seeing a lot of increase in energy and infrastructure deals. We've done a large number over the last year in particular of wind farm transaction, solar power farms. We've done a number of hydroelectric facilities, and we're seeing more interest in highway deals, in, as I say, hydro deals, and rail line deals. So we think that energy and infrastructure field is going to continue to grow, and as government pours more and more money into it, we're going to be doing more of those deals.
How would you categorize the recovery?
Well, from what I'm hearing today, I'd say we're cautiously optimistic. It's been a tough 2 years, but we think that things are definitely turning around. From what we're seeing internally, what we're hearing today is that 2010 is going to be a year to sort of look at where we stand and to grow gradually and slowly out of this this recession. And I think it's really going to be a true slow and steady recovery. All the speakers today at Real Capital seem to be speaking to that. I think a lot is going to depend on what happens in the U.S. for sure, although I'm hearing that things are better than expected in the U.S. And even the bad news is that if things drop further in the commercial market in the U.S., that's going to create more opportunities for folks here to invest down there. But that overall, the economy is improving down there, which is a good sign.
Do you mind we'll just take over the first question? Something had happened.
Yeah, not at all.
Okay. So, as the leading commercial title insurance in Canada, did you see the downturn coming?
Yeah, we did actually. We really felt it as early as August of 2007. As soon as the commercial paper market dried up, a number of our clients who were in the securitization field, their business also began to dry up very rapidly. And while other lenders did step in through the remainder of 2007, we did immediately start to see the volumes dropping off. Then when 2008 hit, we were already well into feeling the pinch. And that's when we started to hear from a number of other clients that things were getting tougher and tougher. So we were sort of the canary in the coal mine, if you will. We were sort of dropped off before a number of our clients did. I think we may also, because we're across the country in all provinces, all territories, we may be seeing first before some of our other clients the revival of things, because we are seeing things improve really across the country right now.
What's one of the key elements in title insurance that unleashes the capital?
I think it's really risk remediation. It's really allowing the lender, especially right now when lenders are more skittish or concerned about releasing their capital in real estate, to make sure that they feel completely comfortable. When times were good, we would often be called the day before, a few days before a closing, to say we need title insurance, we provide the policy, the deal closes. Now what we're seeing is situations where borrowers are not waiving all conditions on a purchase until their lender 100% signs off on the transaction and agrees to fund, which is not happening until we 100% provide every single coverage that the lender wants to make them feel comfortable. So title insurance we're really seeing being used as that risk remediation tool that allows the lender to be comfortable and allows the funds to flow.
One more question. Being at Real Capital, what's the importance of being? How important?
I think it's really important. This is for the lending community. This is really the event of the year. And I think while the Real Estate Forum brings everyone together from the entire industry across the country, there are many different topics covered there. I think this really focuses on the state of the lending community and the state of the lending business across the country, and allows one-day forum to focus on that and what's happening. Also like for the fact that it happens early in the year, so people get the message as to what's going to happen throughout the next 10, 12 months.
What will happen in the next 10, 12 months?
What will happen? Well, I think that things are going to be, it's going to be a slow and steady improvement. We have an economist on our board of directors, First American Title, our parent company in the U.S., named Dr. James Doty. He's calling it the square root recovery, that it's going to be sort of a V-shaped recovery that's going into a slow, steady increase. It's not going to be anything dramatic, but that it will, over the next couple of years, improve and get back to a growth mode. It's not great news, but it's certainly better news than we've seen over the last 2 years, for sure. So I'm cautiously optimistic, as I say.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.